Howdy cowdies. It's that time of the week, weekly walkabout. You know, they pay me to sort of ask if you're okay, but I don't really care. Hopefully you haven't been like blown away with the bloody wind or washed away with the rain. It's been nuts. Anyway, we've got a sale again this week and there's some cool stuff. Nice postcards, some contemporary silver jewellery. This is a nice mixed bag of goodies. There's ivory in there and enamelled badges and brooches and all sorts of stuff. A little map of Australia, sort of glass. I think it's a little calling card stand. Pretty cool. Little Sharps cream toffee tin's really nice. Sort of look like a hat box shape. Bit of Art Deco. Silver jewellery up in there. More sort of silver. Cool little lot of sort of mixed costume. More postcards. Other little bits of watches and a little Satsuma sort of salt pot in there as well. Got some more cool clothes and stuff this week. Like the gilt picture frame. Little boho suede vest there with all the fringing. Pretty cool old Ramones t-shirt. Some sort of cowboy western shirts, Wrangler and stuff. Little velvet top. Letterman jacket, American made. Some more nice sort of 1900s ladies clothing. A couple of kids suits over the back. And these are pretty cool. Little sort of 1970s ladies sort of knitted polyester tops. Alright, this is pretty amazing. What's this van? About 1890, 1900 or something? 1910?
Probably 1920s flapper type.
1920s we reckon. It was pretty amazing, all the sort of beading, floral beading down the bottom here. There's a little bit of damage around the back and up on the sort of top left corner there, but I would think it could be fixed. It's a pretty amazing bit. Some nice pictures. It's pretty cool. Tiki Tog's sarong wrap. Some nice bags. Currency and coins. A couple of cool little sort of fitted cases. I think the little one that's open up the top there is for shoes. Speaking of shoes, Nike Air Max. This is a nice big box full of all designer silk scarves and stuff. Jack Daniels bar items. Nice big Australian school oil painting. Pretty cool little smoking hat in there and some other gear. Some interesting bits of fur. A couple of cool bits of ladies. And again, some more nice vintage clothing. 90s, bed attire. Gents sort of woolen knits. Sort of gig shirts, band shirts. Sort of more western shirts, pretty cool cardigan, real 1980s. Military stuff, sporting apparel, heaps of other sort of Melbourne, sort of obscure sort of rock bands, Psychotic Turnbuckles, Cold Harbour, what's that one, Flipper, something, Death Corporation or something, they're pretty cool. Some winter jackets, some men's suits. More sort of men's shirts and stuff, Metallica. Pretty cool little sort of Australian military mess outfit. Some amazing colourful wigs. Some sort of stiffened petticoat things. Signed and other sporting and other gear. Big lot of cricket sort of cassettes and stuff. Blokey gear, nice big box full of 45s. A lot of cricket mugs and the Ashes, original Ashes in amongst there. Camera gear, modern digital stuff, nice old Yashica, 35mm. Sort of ladies designer clothing, shoes, perfumes, etc. Pictures. What else have we got? Fans, sort of blokey gear with military mess kits and leather pistol holsters and all sorts of gear. Amazing box of masks and stuff. I kind of like that green alien guy on the top. There's devils in there and all sorts of stuff. Great box lot. I know it's a bit dark, but you know. Sydney 2000 Olympics gear, nice collection of Art Deco sort of light fittings and smoker stands and stuff. Some more cool gent shoes and sort of vintage clothing. Cowboy hats and sort of afro wigs and stuff. Lighting and heat lamps. Boxes again of cricket gear. What else have we got? Records. Ponyots, pictures, deco light shade. This is a lovely little lot of sort of ladies accessories, all about sort of 1900, 1920s, give or take. Lovely little bag, lucite sort of clasp and everything. He's kind of quite nice, a sort of pedestal. Another nice big box of linen. This is a nice lot. Old tennis racket case with heaps of unstrung wooden tennis rackets. Rossignol, Spalding, Max Ply, Dunlop. They've never been strung. Really nice. Tools and sort of blokey gear and books. These are all sort of pretty amazing animal costumes. Little hats to go with them, sort of bonnety type things. More tennis racket, cool little armchair there, nice shape to it. What else have we got? A big urn, Servax urn. It's nice with a sort of Bakelite deco handles, more bar mirrors, sort of audio gear. Little captain sort of chair up the top. Sort of mid-century modern coffee tables. What else have we got? Who's this guy, Mark?
Phil Henschel.
Phil Henschel. Board of Direction. A fantastic big oil painting. Good thing. There's boxes of stuff all down the back here and big box full of Lego. Yes, we've got portable typewriters, books, cool little Hanimex clock radio that you can plug like a record player and stuff into if you need to. DVD sets. A couple of nice little watercolours. This one's really kind of quite sweet and signed ES or SE lower right. Bar mirrors, English china, tins and stuff. Interesting little books here. Soundings in European Art, little set of them. One of them's by Andrew Sibley. He's sort of mucking around with famous paintings, drawing over the top of them and stuff. Interesting little lot. Australian pottery. 2 pairs of brand new Playboy thongs. Cut glass and crystal. There you go. The miniature china sort of cabinet plate collection. Some pottery up the top here that's purportedly by Peter Pilvin when he worked whereabouts, Aaron, up at Ballarat or something? Sovereign Hill. There you go, nice little lot of books and stuff. The Lady with the Red Brown Hair and Other Australian Poems by Werner Fells, lovely little book. Cricket gear, costume jewellery, some old skateboard stuff, trucks, and there's a set of 4 old Veriflex XPS Signature Series wheels in amongst there. Pretty cool, a little bit coned, but not too bad. Blokey books and stuff, grand final records. More sort of audio gear, a couple of little clock radios, Jack Daniels, big oil painting by Guy Brown, massive big thing, looks like sort of portrait in the shower or something. There's a bloke in the middle, there's a shower head up there, all sorts of stuff going on. Nice Japanese woodblock, bit unusual to see it in black and white, and she's taking a little pussycat for a walk. It's on a leash. This is nice there. Edward Croxford, British School watercolour. Really nice thing with the sort of lifeboat there. What else have we got? Ronnie Bird, little Aboriginal oil painting. Kind of quite nice, especially if you're back for Collingwood. John Flexmore. What else have we got? There's some other bloody good pictures this week, guys. I've just got to find where I bloody put the things. Here we go. Here's a really nice little Matthew James McNally. It needs to be reframed and everything, but it's a beautiful little bit. This is nice as well, the T.R. Pridgeon. It looks a lot like a Harold Herbert. When you sort of muck around and look into this artist, he actually learnt to paint up at the Ballarat School of Mines with Harold Herbert. So there you go. Really nice thing. Don't see much of his stuff around. It's a shame. He's a bloody good painter. What else have we got? The Graham Francella etching. Nice little example, pretty typical. Kind of like this Ian Hassel oil. Interesting, a bit of an obscure artist, but he can bloody paint. Really nice little light through the trees, palette knife. What else have we got? A couple of these Australian school oil paintings here, framed up. They're both signed with the initials DGB. I think it's Douglas George Bell, but you know, it might not be. Nice actually with the cows, and the other one's got a bloke on like a sort of stockman on a horseback. There you go. Another pretty cool bit. Once again, signed with initials. Kind of like this as well. It's a nice thing. Tilly Ferrier. Little oil painting, 1930s it looks to be, of the Botanical Gardens or something. She's from St Kilda. It's potentially a little botanical garden in St Kilda. I thought there was a river to begin with, but it's a little pathway. Really quite a nice little thing. What else have we got? Big sort of bright orange bathroom set. Some more nice little paintings, little Jest. Little Melbourne graffiti artist, little mixed media. Really nice little Dermot Hillier. A little English lake scene. And this is nice. Little R. Parkin. Little etching there. The China Sea, 1851, featuring boats and stuff, but the etching was executed in 1963. This is cool as well. Another little Jest oil painting, which has been painted over the top of someone else's. Some lovely linen. Some really cool gents' cravats and some other vintage clothing. Footy gear. Pretty china, cigar box sort of labels, cutlery, telescopic sight with some cards, Harley Davidson press tin sign. They're nice, all the old sort of fruit labels, radios, retro China Midwinter and German, Kalmar and another little sort of bit of Australian pottery. Good little lot of Japanese and sort of Oriental ceramics. A couple of Texaco signs. Good little lot of radios. The old Walkman over the back, or cassette recorder's a ripper. Trumpet in a case, blokey gear, cameras, video cameras, weights, costume jewellery. What else have we got? A couple of nice more little... This little British school watercolour's a ripper. It's unsigned. We'll put it with another sort of little circa 1900 sort of little British or Australian school oil painting. Fantastic old pen sort of display case with some pens and ink bottles to go with it. Interesting old engraving, Napoleon injured at Regensburg, I think. A bit interesting. Some Cecil Alden colour lithographs. Some sort of tin signs, Michelin and Indian motorcycles. Some hot water bottles come in handy. Australiana tins and trays and stuff. Some more sort of Victorian ladies' clothing. More my Chelsea bird, nice big Beswick Art Deco bowl, Victorian gear, Christmas decorations. Nice lot of retro stuff. West German sort of hanging candlesticks featuring St George and the Dragon. Light shades, milkshake sort of things, cool bright green and brown teapot. Nice lot of Art Deco books. K. Nielsen, little sort of brass lamp. We all sort of kind of like that. Put a little toasted fork that's telescopic. Some more signs, Bunnekins, Victorian ladies' clothing. Looks like a sea urchin and a boomerang. Some more Victorian lacework. And there's some Vigora bats. No one's ever heard of this game, but when you look it up, apparently it's really popular in Australia. But yeah, I've never seen anyone that's ever heard of it or ever played it. Interesting little bit, little screen print there of some surfers. We've put it with a little oil painting. Oil painting's not much. Screen print's cool, it's unsigned. Nice little lot of 45, some old Holden hubcaps, some nice Aboriginal sort of reference and art books. Retro gear. More Victorian sort of ladies items. Nice big lot of pretty china and glass. More pretty china. Peter Pilvin pottery, Carltonware. Big Copeland Spode. Spode's Polka Dot is the name of the pattern. The nice little clock cases. One of them's got a barometer in it over the back there. It's got a little sterling silver map of Tasmania down the bottom, so it'll be Tasmanian oak. It's going to be better with a clock in it. More Victorian lacework. This is pretty amazing. The religious image over the back with a sort of celluloid image in the middle. Clarice Cliff, really nice ebony desk set. Great little radio. Some tooled leatherwork. Kind of like this tribal club. Worcester. Paul Davis, Medina glass. Nice bit of carved green. Lucy Hatton Beck mugs with a nice little bit of Bendigo or Fowler. It's kind of cute as well. Little Dalton blue and white. Australian pottery Derbyshire. Nice bits of art glass. Big Dartington sort of loving cup there commemorating Nelson. Some nice bit of signed Norwegian glass. Fantastic bloody bit of Bernard Hessling. Lovely bit of his enamel work. Little Art Deco German vase. Bits of Belique. Motion lamp with a choo-choo train. Italian glass. Nice little lot of, what's her name? Ella Mary Cook. Australian pottery. There. What else have we got? There's some other little bits and bobs floating around, but I won't show you everything. It won't give you guys something to come and have a look at. Anyway, there's lots of other nice stuff. I kind of like this big Victorian desk. Big slab of cedar on the top. Gramophone's pretty cute. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about this. Absolute cracker. Little arts and crafts oak table. Top's a bit meh. The rest of it's really quite nice. Got a lovely little badge with the initials SF and a tree in the middle. Done a bit of digging around. Can't find out too much about the manufacturer, but it's a bloody nice little bit of arts and crafts oak. Anyway, that'll do. Hopefully we'll see you on Thursday night. Hopefully you're not soaked and blown away.